Hello, hello. Welcome back to Spark the Flame, another probably short, medium video log. So, my name is Orlando Fernandez, and Spark the Flame is here to inspire and to explore together how to get through this world in a healthy way. Right now, I want to talk about being clean. And it's a concept that in my life, for me, I have found it is unbelievably one of the absolute top, if not the top, thing I need to keep in mind when I am going for any goal, doing any action, striving for anything, or fumbling around on how to do something. So, what I mean by clean and cleanliness, I think it's a very personal thing that. So, there's a lot of ancient wisdom and writings talks about what it is to be clean and unclean. And I think that unclean is different for everyone. But what I want to say is that in my life, I found that being clean is absolutely necessary because as I try to propagate here and talk about, the more you go along a certain path, the more things meet you. The world, life, the universe is a reflection of how we are living. It's a reflection of our mindset, our how our being is, how we choose to be. So when someone is unclean, and I'll use myself as an example, times that I've been unclean, that I've thought unclean things, I quickly, immediately see or realize, or very quickly, I realize that I am seeing more unclean things in my life. So, like, this goes back to, like, you can't get away with anything. Like, even if you're doing something, it's all connected, like karma and reflection, the universe reflecting, and law of attraction. But if you're doing something in private, but you're hurting someone in private, or let's say you're just thinking negative thoughts in private of someone, and you're purposely doing it, and you know it, and you continue to do it, you always elicit the repercussions of your actions, of your thoughts, of your words, of your feelings, of your choices. So whether or not anybody hears you or can read your mind, anything you choose to do has its repercussion along the same vibration. If you're choosing negativity, you're inviting negativity. If you're choosing positivity, you're inviting positivity. Now, I'm not going to say, I have never experienced, okay, I'm like super positive. Even in positive times, I'll receive and see negativity. But to me, that kind of reminds me of like the yin yang, where there's there's the white and the black, or the male and the female, good and the bad. In every one, there's still the seed, the potential of the other. And that's how this flow keeps going. But if we want to stick or polarize on one end, we need to strive for that. And we need to look for what we're looking for. So if I'm being positive, I'm having a great day, I'm being positive, and then somebody cuts me off, or somebody curses me out, or gives me a bad look, or whatever. I get offended. I used to think, actually, I might still think, hey, how the heck did that happen? I've been so good today. It's such a great day. Well, I don't have the complete answer, but what I know is that it's up to me in that point to continue along the line that I want. Fine, I was surprised. For whatever reason, maybe it's a lesson I needed. Maybe life says that you just have to experience multiple things, regardless of how good or bad you are. But I need to implement the vibration that I want to see. So it's a great, beautiful day. Something nasty or bad happens. I have to see in whatever positive way I can, so that I can do a positive response, whether it's mentally, in my heart, in my emotions, spiritually in my heart, in my vibration that I'm giving out. And we grow through that. We grow through that. We're acting good, something bad happens, and we decide to continue to be good. You forgive, you allow, and right there, that's growth and strength. It's spiritual strength. Now, back to being clean. I kind of forgot how that relates. But what I know is that when I've been unclean, it's been like the world reflects that to me right away. All of a sudden, things are unclean, everywhere, everybody. It's for me, this may be just a personal thing. For me, it reminds me, and it might be connected to the issue of trust. When I don't trust when I should be trusting, or when I close off and I basically distrust more in general, people, situations, things, I'm just distrusting. Now all of a sudden it's like the world is showing me that. It's showing me. It's distrusting me. That's not a good place to be. And so if I'm being unclean, and to me, unclean is I am trying to get away with something that I know I shouldn't be, and in certain ways. And so when I do that, I experience it everywhere in my life. It's like it's like changing the color of the window that I see life through. Instead of a clear, bright color, when I choose to do unclean things, now the window is hued. It's tainted. And now everything is being seen through this unclean color. And it's a hole. It's like a bottomless hole, because it gets worse and worse and worse. There's a good chance I will revisit this topic, because it's I cannot emphasize how important it is to me. And if it's that important to me, it has to be important in other people's lives, whether or not people realize it. And I know when I've mentioned it here and there to people, they've kind of been surprised by the concept. So I believe it's worth talking about. So yes. This has been another episode of Spark the Flame video log. Please feel free to, I invite you to like this video so that others will see it and other videos, and subscribe. But most of all, blessings and love, and may you be well and clean. Thanks.